Chapter 10. Monday morning at school, everyone was crowding around to hear the full story. "I've always thought," said Binky, "that the characters in books come out to play after the library closes. I don't suppose you saw any." "Of course not," said Francine. "They're afraid of the ghosts." "Ghosts?" said Buster. He shivered a little. Francine nodded. "But they didn't bother us." "Except for that one with no head," said Arthur. "Right, Francine?" They winked at each other. As the bell rang, the kids headed for their classrooms. "So who did you report on?" Buster asked Arthur. Arthur stopped short. Francine would have bumped into him, but she had stopped short too. "Report?" Arthur and Francine exchanged a panicky look. In all the excitement, they had forgotten about Joan of Arc. That look was still on their faces as Muffy finished her report a little while later. The blackboard was lined with cross-wire motors, charts, and graphs. "And so," she concluded, "it is no exaggeration to say that without Edward M. Crosswire there would be no Elwood City as we know it." "Very, eliminating, Muffy," said Mr. Ratburn. "That brings us to—" He looked down at his notes. "Arthur and Francine." The two partners shuffled up to the front of the room. They stood before the class and cleared their throats. Said Arthur. "We picked Joan of Arc for our report, but we really didn't get a chance to learn as much as we could, because," Francine said suddenly, "we were too busy learning the true meaning of heroism. It isn't just the stuff you find in the books. It's real life." Arthur stared at her. "That's right," Francine went on. "When we were locked in the library, it might have been really terrible. Actually, it was terrible at first because we were fighting and everything. Then Arthur came to rescue me because he thought I was in danger." "Exactly," said Arthur. "And Francine was really brave and resourceful, too. She found out where the food was and saved me some pizza." The class cheered. "That's very good," said Mr. Ratburn. "It looks like your adventure taught you something important." Arthur and Francine beamed at each other. "So I'll give you until tomorrow to do your assignment." "After all we've been through?" said Francine. "Oh, yes," said Mr. Ratburn. "It should give your report special meaning." Later that day, Arthur and Buster were walking home from school. "I hate to say it," said Buster, "but Francine's not so bad." Arthur nodded. "She can be a lot of fun. She's a good friend." At the moment Francine whizzed by on her bike. She rode right through a puddle, splattering the boys with muddy water. "Sorry," she yelled over her shoulder. Arthur and Buster looked down at their wet shirts. Arthur sighed. "But nobody's perfect," he said.